CRM implementation, one of the biggest challenge of it is making it sure that you do achieve what you want to achieve. And one of these things that we have noticed in a lot of implementations, when people were trying to describe to the developers what do they need, developers talks about the technical lingo, and business talks the business lingo. So as a result, we're going to share this functional consultant that we have in our business, and this is the point of difference. We have who we are and what we do and why we're making this video. Yeah, we both me and Rob, we are IT solution solved company. We run CRM implementations. We are Melbourne based. We do offer Australia wide services with help of our local functional consultants. Now, it's not about only what is it that we do, but also how we do it. So thank you, Rob, for joining me today. And let's talk about our process, how we do it.
Sure. Thanks, Raj. Look, we have a fairly well-defined process that we go through. Generally, though, before we start that process, we ask the customer to make a list or put together a document that outlines what they want to achieve when they implement CRM or any system. That really, if they put down those sort of dot points and describe where they want to go with this, then that really gives us a head start and sort of gives us something to refer back to as we go through the process.
Beautiful.
From there, we generally arrange a discovery session. This is sit down, interview the client, go through their requirements, document, and maybe just prompt them with things they might not have thought about. And following that, we put together a series of documents where we document our understanding of what we saw and what we heard, and which is basically what we call a scoping document. And often we'll put together a spreadsheet, a flowchart that documents the data flow within the business.
Okay, so we call that one as a process map. So basically, this is the point of difference that we have in IT Solution Solved as compared to a lot of other players out there. Where we do bring in a functional consultant. This functional consultant can be a technical lingo for many businesses. Functional consultant is a guy who understands the business process. He can talk to you in business language. He can discuss these business requirements. They do have more of a soft skills as well, not only the technical skills, and they can act like a bridge between the business and the developer. So when there is defining what is it,
I like to think of myself as an interpreter.
There we go. There is another term that we can say is interpreter between the developers and the business, right? So that makes a lot of difference. That is something that can take away the pain of working with the developers, pain of not being able to getting what you want to achieve. And that's something that we offer. A local guy who can come in normal scenarios, other than these COVID issues that we are facing at the moment. We can come in, we can sit down with your team, we can join in your board meetings or something, so that we can understand what is it that you're looking to do, the goals of your implementation, the objective of your implementation, and then also working out how you do things. Because most likely 90% of your processes is same as somebody else, but you do have some custom processes that you need to work on. Now the second part we will talk about, Rob, is your experience, your profile, right? Yes, all well and good. It's the person who makes a lot of difference, who is the project person who is driving the project. And in these cases, you do end up in driving that project. You do end up in steering the business in the right direction, also making sure developers don't get off the track either. Yeah. So let's talk about your experience, how many years experience you have, and maybe then we will talk about any lesson you have learned or a tip you like to share.
Well, this is a bit embarrassing, but I've been I've been working in sort of IT support since the mid-80s.
CRM implementations?
Not at that point.
Yep.
In that, I was sort of supporting CAD/CAM equipment in those days.
Okay. Okay. 40 years.
Huh?
40 years almost. Or 30.
Mid-80s. 35 years, yeah. That's
35
why I said it was
years. Wow. Okay.
And
you do have a lot of experience, man.
Yes. During those years, I had a boss who was very passionate about CRM.
Mm-hmm.
These are in the days when, you know, Windows was just being invented and things like that.
Yeah.
And that passion, I think, rubbed off on me, and I got given the opportunity to become a CRM implementation person.
Yes.
About 20 years ago.
Wow.
And went through some certification processes to support that. And
so you did a lot of implementations for different organizations and different companies, different industries. So what is that one thing that you like to share that can make a difference from not so successful implementation to more successful implementation?
Look, I think it's a lot of it has to do with the method that is used to do the implementation.
Mm-hmm.
Follow a set process.
Okay.
Follow it up with good training and support,
Mm-hmm.
and often determine the outcome of an implementation.
All
I've seen a
right.
lot of instances where people try and do it themselves, and it just doesn't work because they don't have the experience or the time or whatever the problem is to sort of bring it through.
I'd like to share this thing with you here. We often get called to do the rectification work, which we don't like it because that's a waste. Because it's a pain the business is in, then we need to go, and that cost not going to go and add extra dollar in the business, where we have to work on restructuring their processes, and it adds more pain. What sometime when you don't know what is the architecture of the system is, and you just try to go and make up your own process, very soon you're going to find out that your reporting is not working. And that's the challenge that a lot of businesses who faces because of the software as a service. They can just buy the software and they can go and try to do it themselves. This is one thing that we would like to do. Also, quite often we get asked this question, Rob, do we take small businesses or small projects, or we are after only the large scale implementations? So I would like to emphasize every job is equally important for us. We have a belief, we don't know which client can take us where, which client can lead us to which implementation, which project. Today you might be small, tomorrow who knows, you become a global empire, and then we have much bigger client on our side as well. So we do take small, big, and large scale, not a problem at all. So I'll give you an example. We do have the smallest of the clients somebody can imagine, some sort of a hire car operator who is a sole trader. We did implementation for them. Some financial consultant who just wanted to use the CRM as their contact manager. We implemented the CRM for them as well. And then we do have large scale implementations as well, where we did digital transformations, where we not only did CRM, we did portals, we did integration of the CRM with finance and marketing softwares as well. So from small scale to one of our biggest client is Rio Tinto, to large scale, we help everyone, and every single job is important to us.
I've actually people houses to do implementations, so that'll give you an idea of some of the smaller companies.
Indeed. Yes. And so what I would like to request, the last thing is, last but not least, follow us on our, wherever you're watching this video, because we do share quite a lot of material in terms of sharing the useful tips and lessons learned from these implementations on our YouTube, on our Facebook, and all other channels. And thank you, Rob. Thanks for your time today. And
No worries.
hopefully it will be useful to somebody, mate.
Yeah. Thanks, Raj.
Thank you.
Thanks for your
Have a good one.